Hello, I am teacher Jennifer A. Velasco, one with DepEd's goal, Sulong Edukalidad. Join me in my virtual classroom as I discuss the three types of expanded definitions.
My objectives for today are distinguish the three types of definitions used in the given sentences and observe correct grammar in making definitions. So before we proceed, can you give me a short review of what was discussed the last time? What can you remember? Yes, Stephanie?
Ma'am, we review or we talk about the research and we discuss the technical and operational definition of terms.
Wow, very good. Anything that you would like to add, Joshua, because you were also raising your hand a while ago?
Also, we have talked about the language of research.
Okay. So for me to add information about what we have mentioned, you are correct, Stephanie and Joshua, that we have talked about language of research and its basic part. You are also correct, Nicole or Nikolai, Joshua, that we have discussed about technical and operational definitions of term. Take note that when we talk about technical definition of terms, it is a universal meaning of the term, while for the operational, it is more precise, specific. Okay? So yun yung kaibahan niya. That makes it different. I'm very thankful that you can still recall our past lesson. Again, don't forget the topics that we have discussed because they are very useful for future use. So we can now proceed with our next lesson. We call this game Guess It. Given the 6 letters here, I will give you clue or clues for you to give me the word I am referring to. The clue letters are letter E, O, D, P, R, W. Okay? Here it is. The first clue, it is a 4-letter word. Another clue, it is the smallest unit of language. It is also a single, distinct, meaningful element of speech or writing to form a sentence. So, without this, you cannot form a sentence. Do you have now a clue? Or an answer, I mean? Okay. Ella, chat in messages an answer. Okay, what is your answer, John Nicole?
A word po.
Louder.
A word.
A word. How about you, Stephanie? Because you were also raising your hand.
Same ma'am, word din po.
Okay, let's find out if your answer is correct. Oh, very good. Okay, give yourselves a virtual clap. Okay, you got it correctly. Word. Again, we have the same clue letters. Letter E, O, G, P, R, W. Okay, this time it is a 5-letter word. It is synonymous to strength or energy. And with this, you can have the ability to do something. Okay? What is your answer? Yes, Stephanie?
Manpower.
All right, let's see. How about Joshua? Do you have an answer?
Also power po.
Okay, how about you, Ella?
Power din, ma'am.
All right, let's find out if you are correct. Very good. Again, you deserve a virtual clap. Let's do it all together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay? All right. So again, in this game, I was able to give you 2 words. Putting them together, we have the word power. Okay. And of course, if you would like to strengthen your word power, the knowledge of our discussion today is very much important. So you must strengthen your knowledge on the extended, informal, and formal definitions of words. Okay? Let's begin our discussion. When we say formal definition, what is it? Anything that you know? Okay. Can anyone tell me what is a formal definition? Joshua?
It is done according the rule, convention, or etiquette suitable for constituting an official or important situation or occasion.
All right. Very good, Joshua. Take note that when we speak of the formal definition, there are three parts, namely the term, class, and differentia. Okay? Usually, the subject is the term being defined, and the class is the object of the verb phrase or the verb. And the differentia is a modifier of group of words that come after a phrase or the verb phrase. So for you to visualize what I'm trying to tell, let's have this example. Okay. Would like to read the sentence. Make your voice a little bit louder also. Stephanie, can you read the sentence?
Term. Yes, ma'am. Term,
Okay.
subject, loneliness. Class, object of verb is a feeling. Differentia, modifiers, when one wants to be all alone.
Very good, Stephanie. So this is what I'm trying to point out here. Loneliness is a feeling when one wants to be all alone. Take note that our subject is loneliness. And when we speak of subject, it is the topic or it is the one being talked about. In Filipino, subject is the simuno. I hope I'm getting myself clear. And our class here is feeling. And this feeling is the object of the verb. Why is it called object of the verb? Because it appears after the verb is. Okay? Object of the verb. And we also have the modifier when one wants to be all alone. And when we speak of modifiers, they could be a phrase modifier, they could also be a word modifier or a clause modifier. In here, we have a clause modifier. But as um, one of our objectives for today is for us to observe correct grammar. Take note that we have here a singular subject loneliness. That's why we also have a singular verb is to make it correct in grammar. Okay, the subject agrees with the verb. Okay. Am I getting myself clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so let's have another example. Again, the subject is loneliness. It is the term. And the class is feeling or is a feeling. And modifier, it is your differentia. What are again the three parts of a formal definition? Ella, what are the three parts? Is Ella still with us? How about you, Stephanie?
Ma'am, three parts of formal, term,
Definition.
class, differentia.
Very good, Stephanie. Let's have this example. Okay? For the next example, you need to raise your hand or turn on your microphones and tell me what is the term, the class, and differentia. Am I clear? or you can write it in the chat box, but it's easier if you will just recite, okay? Let's have this sentence too. Time and effort are manifestations made by persons when they are in love. Are manifestations made by persons when they are in love. Can you tell me the subject or the term? The subject will also be the term. Who is that reciting? Joshua?
Is it differential po?
The subject, anak. Can you identify the subject?
Manifesting.
Usually the subject is at the beginning. Yes. What is your answer?
Manifesting po.
Are you sure?
Oh.
A while ago, I'll go back with our sample a while ago for you to be cleared, okay? So again, my sentence a while ago is loneliness is a feeling. Okay? The partition of the sentence is loneliness is the subject. It is in the beginning. And sometimes we could have two subjects. There are two subjects. And when there are two subjects, there is the word and, what we call the compound subjects. And for the object or the class is a feeling. That is could also be plural. When that is plural, you use are, or in the past tense, where. Okay? Loneliness is the subject, is a feeling is the class. And the rest is now what you call differentia. Okay? Let's have this example for you to identify it correctly. I have the sentence, time and effort are manifestations made by persons when they are in love. Can you tell me which do you think is the subject here? Yes? Ella?
Ma'am.
Yes.
The subject are time and effort.
Very good. The subject, time, and effort. Take note that we have and because there are two subjects. Sa Tagalog ito, ang oras at pagod. Okay? Dalawa ang pinag-uusapan. The subjects are time and effort, compound subjects. So when we have compound subjects, it's plural. That's why we will also have a plural verb. What is the class here or the verb? Stephanie?
Ma'am, the class is manifestations made.
Okay, are you sure? Do you include made or remove it?
Remove it, ma'am. Our
Okay,
manifestation.
very good. Very good, Stephanie, for realizing the correct answer. Again, our subject, time and effort. And for our, the subject is also the class, okay? And this time for our, the subject is our term, I mean. And for our class, our manifestations. And the rest, made by persons when they are in love. What do we call that part? What do we call the third part? Starts with letter D.
Differential, ma'am.
Very good, differentia. What are again the three parts? Can we all repeat? Everybody?
Term,
Term?
Terms, class, and
Class,
class, then differential.
differential.
Okay, very good. I hope that is clear. Okay? So for the formal definitions, there are three parts. Okay. Again, since we have a plural subject, we also have a plural verb. Okay? Now, let's move. Oh, here's the answer a while ago. The subject, time and effort. The class are manifestations and modifiers made by persons when they are in love. I hope it's getting clear. Okay? Let's move with the second one. Okay, I'm just trying to present this one that we use the verb is because the subject is also singular or plural. Why did I use is? Is it singular or plural?
singular.
Very good. It's singular. Okay, singular means one from the word single. Because when you are single, you are just one. Okay? Let's have number two. The second type of expanded definition is informal definition. Okay, so for the informal definition, you are just going to, when we speak of the informal definition, it uses known words, okay, or examples to explain an unknown term. And sometimes they use synonyms, antonyms, or it is introduced by or, in other words, or like, okay? There is no specific formula in making an informal definition, okay? It could also not include distinguishing features or differentia. So this is an example. The pattern is just the term plus the class. That's the simplest, okay? We have term one, we have the term and the class. Example, a chair is a piece of furniture. A chair is the term and the class is a piece of furniture. Okay? We also have another example. Can you read it, Joshua?
Education is an important weapon to ignorance.
Okay. The term is, what's the term, Joshua?
Education.
Education po.
Okay, very good. Education. And the class is the green colored one. Okay? Again, for the informal definition, you have the pattern term plus the class. That's the simplest. But we could also pattern it to this way. Term, then reward, class, and differentia. What makes it different to the formal? We inserted the term reward. Okay, here is an example. Technology like mechanical, electronical, or electronic medical communications, industrial, and so on is a trend or a tool used to make life better. Okay, so what is the term, Stephanie?
Technology, ma'am.
Okay, very good, Stephanie. And the reward is the underlined words from from the word like down to so on. And this reward is by giving you examples. Okay, it's by example. And what is the class, Ella?
The class is a trend or tool.
Very good. How about differentia, Nicole?
Used to make life better.
Very good. I have color coded them for you to easily identify. Okay? Take note that for you to identify the differentia from the verb is down to the object, and the object is a trend or a tool. Then you cut the sentence and the rest is now what you call the differentia. Okay? And for the reward, what is the clue that we have used? The word. What's the clue? Remember, we have the clue kanina, sinabi ko sa inyo, this one, I'm going to go back with that. For the informal definition, we have the clue. Ano yung clue?
Like, ma'am.
Very good, like. Sometimes you could also have the clue or. Or another clue is in other words. I hope I'm getting that clear. And a while ago in this sentence, we use the verb is because the subject is technology, singular. So singular subject also takes singular verb. The verb is. Okay. Again, if you're going to put them in the column, the subject is also the term, technology. The reward part is the underlined words. The class is, of course, your verb down to the object of the verb, and the rest is what you call the differentia. I know that you are now ready for the second sentence, okay? This time you tell me the term, the reward, the class, and the differentia. the class. And if you could also identify, okay, why? Differentia may not be included or may be included. That's all right. Okay, here is an example. Collaborative learning or cooperative learning is a learning approach used when students work together as a group on activities or learning tasks. Can you give me the term? Yes? What's the term?
Collaborative learning.
Very good. Collaborative learning. And since it is the term, it is also the subject. Okay? How about the reward? Stephanie?
Cooperative learning, ma'am.
Yes. Or cooperative learning. The clue is, what's the clue?
Or,
Or.
ma'am.
Very good. So we now have the term. We now have the reward. What is the class? Ella, what is the class?
The class is a learning approach used.
Do we need to include use or remove?
Remove, ma'am.
Okay, we need to remove. Okay? It's a learning approach. Hanggang dun lang siya because approach is the object of the verb. And the rest, hanggang dyan sa may task, is what you call, what part is the last one? Letter D.
Differential, ma'am.
Yes, the differentia. Okay? So putting together, let's see, the term or the subject is collaborative learning. The reward is or cooperative learning. The clue is or. Your class is a learning approach. And of course, the differentia is used when students work together, blah, 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 down to the word task. Am I getting myself clear now? So we already have discussed two types of expanded definitions or extended definitions, informal and the formal. Okay. Speaking of collaborative learning, guys, and cooperative learning, I just would like to tell you this. This is just one of the honest truth or fact. According to research, 65% of learners in a regular classroom setting are these are the learners that are more interested or motivated to learn when they see objects, graphical informations, and many more, or videos. Okay? Giving you the data. So I have here a mind-tickling question. If I have 50 learners in class, according to research, how many of them are considered visual learners? So again, here's the data. Meron akong 50 learners. If out of these 50 learners are what we call visual learners, 60% are considered visual. Do you have any idea? How do you do that in mathematics? Yes, I know that we are learning English here, but I'm trying to incorporate mathematics. Okay? The correct answer is 33 learners. So what do we do is just to convert the percentage into the decimal point. So that's why it's 0.65. So 50 learners times 0.65 equals 32.5. So there is no half learner, okay? So we round it off. But there are 33 learners. So why is it important for me to know this factual thing? Well, if I have 50 learners and most of you are considered visual, I guess showing you a little bit of presentations, PowerPoint presentation will make you a little bit engaged or more engaged. Let's proceed with the third kind of expanded definition or what you call the extended definitions. And when we say extended definitions, it provides the meanings of an idea or word that has components of both informal and formal definitions. And usually it is presented in a longer paragraph format. So the clue here, once it is long, it is already extended. And how do we use that kind of definition? Remember the term I preach. So such as gumagamit siya ng illustration, principle of operation, examples, analogy, cause and effect, comparison and contrast, history, etymology, and the last one by description. So here is an example. I only have one example, I guess. So to our colonial forefathers, freedom meant having a voice in their government. The Revolutionary War was a last resort against an empire that continued to tax its colonies without the representation of the colonies in parliament. Since the United States won the right to rule itself, our country has been referred to as the land of the free and the home of the brave. So, looking at this example, what have you noticed? Comparing it to the previous examples, what have you noticed, guys? Can you comment? The way it is written, anong pagkakaiba sa nauna? What makes it different?
So many words, ma'am.
Oh, so many words. Yes. Kasi nga, it is long and it is
Extended.
paragraph 4 and that is one clue that it is extended. Okay? So, out of the I preach, gumamit siya ng historical reference and gumamit din siya ng by example. Okay? So, again, for the extended definition, it is long and for paragraph format. It can use any of the I preach, two or more out of the I preach. Again, can we all read the I preach? Everybody, all together, starting with illustration. Go.
Illustration,
Illustration.
Prince,
principle of operation,
example,
Example,
example, analogy,
analogy,
cause
cause
and
and
effect,
effect, comparison and
compare and
contrast,
contrast, history,
history, etymology,
etymology,
and description.
description.
So, yes, when you use two or more of this I preach, you are now creating an extended definitions of terms. I hope I'm now getting myself clear. Okay? So, I do hope that you have learned something today. Again, what are the three types of definitions? Can you give them the can you give me the three parts or three types, Miss Ella? The three types of definitions or expanded definitions. Okay, Ella, are you still here with us? Okay, how about Joshua? The three types.
Formal, informal, and extended definition.
Okay, very good. We are almost done, children, so hang on, okay? So this time, tell me whether the type of the definitions used in sentence is formal, informal, or extended. You just tell me, recite, okay? Raise your hand in giving me the correct answer. Okay, let's have now the first sentence. Who would like to recite this one? Anyone? Sige, Stephanie?
informal, ma'am.
Okay, can you read the sentence?
Talents and skills like singing, dancing, and acting are gifts bestowed by God for us to enhance and share with others.
Very good, Stephanie. You are correct if you say informal. Okay, what is the subject? Stephanie? Or the term? What's the term?
Ma'am, yung talent and
Yung
skill.
pinaka-nauna daw. What's
Talent
the
is
first?
skill.
Yes. Talents and skills. What is the reward?
Like singing, dancing, and acting.
How
Acting.
about the class?
Are
How
gifts
about the
be-
class? Are
are gifts
are
bestowed.
gifts.
Are gifts lang pala,
Are you
ma'am.
sure we include? Okay,
Are
good. So the rest is the differential.
siya.
Again, since we have The compound subject, we also have the plural verb. We have a compound subject, plural siya, dalawa, so we also use plural verb. Plural subject, talents and skills. Plural verb are, okay, are gifts.
Our
Next,
gifts.
proceed with number two. Prayer is an act made by people to converse and commune with God. What's your answer? Do you have any clue? Or do you have any guess? Yes, Ella?
Formal, ma'am.
Formal definition.
Yes, ma'am.
Prayer is an act made by people. Let me see if it's formal. I do not know if it's formal. Let us check. Yes, you are correct. What is the subject, Ella? For the
Prayer,
term.
prayer po
Okay, what is the class? How about the class?
is an act po.
Okay, and the rest is what you call?
Diferensya.
Very good. Let's proceed with number three. Success is the outcome when opportunity meets preparation. What's your answer? Yes,
Form,
who's that? Okay, Nicole. Answer?
formal po.
Formal. Let me see. Yes, you are correct. It's formal. The subject is, or the
Success.
term is,
Success
how about the class?
is the outcome
How about differential?
when opportunity meets preparations.
Okay, very good. We are almost done. We are now moving to the second example or sentence. Okay, I have here a sentence. Once upon a time, a paragraph I mean, once upon a time, bullying in schools only referred to students who forced the smaller students to give up their lunch money. In fact, a student was recently disciplined for biting a Pop Tart into the shape of a gun. However, now harassment is often happening online. Real bullies hide behind social media technology like Facebook. So, what have you noticed in this example, guys?
It's long.
What can you say about this example compared to the previous one? Is it
It's
short
long.
or long?
It is long po.
Long po.
Okay, once it is long, what kind of definition is used?
Extended, ma'am.
Extended po.
Yes,
Extended
what's the answer? Very
Extended definition.
very good. It is extended definition. Because dito ginamit niya one mostly of the history. Then, it also used by example, the word. Kunento niya kung paano na ang paraan ng pagbubuli noon. The samples, okay? Extended definition because it is long and paragraph format. And lastly, a blessing. Life is a miracle and a blessing, period. Okay, what kind of definition is this?
for,
Anyone?
formal po.
Okay. Yes, Ella, correct. You are formal. And when it is, are you sure it's formal?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. If it is formal, there will be three types or three parts. Yes? The term, the class, and differential. Do you see a differential here?
Wala po.
O wala. So if it has no differential, what kind of definition is this?
Informal, ma'am.
Yes, informal. Okay, so don't get confused. Okay, let's see if you are correct if it is informal. In informal, there could be four parts or two parts. When it is two parts, only the term and the class. Can you identify the term?
Life.
Life po.
Life. Okay. How about the class?
Is a miracle and a blessing, ma'am.
Yes, very good. So this example is definitely singular subject, and we will also have a singular verb is a miracle and a blessing. I hope I'm getting myself very clear, guys. So imagine this sample is very true. Life is a miracle and a blessing. So despite the fact that we are experiencing many problems, still we could consider life as a blessing because up to now we are alive. Up to now we are enjoying a beautiful and happy a beautiful and happy experiences in life. So I hope you are still enjoying your life even you have many problems. Do you have your own definition of life? Meron ba kayong sariling definition kung ano ang buhay? O kahit Tagalog, I will accept and I will try to translate in English. What is life to you, Stephanie G. Garote?
Life for me is challenges. I challenge sa akin, ma'am.
Okay, life is a challenge. So, using that example, you are now making an informal definition. Life is a challenge. Maybe, Stephanie, you are facing a lot of challenges. Do you face a lot of challenges?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Okay, so no matter what your challenges are, hang on, pray a lot, and I hope that all challenges you are facing, you will surpass them, and you will raise, and you will rise, successful. Okay. How about Joshua? Do you have a definition of life?
Life is a colorful and happy.
Louder, anak. I could hardly hear you.
Life is colorful and happy.
Wow, ang ganda naman ng sagot mo. Life is colorful and happy. I hope whatever makes your life colorful, it will continue bring you brilliance and happiness. So, how about you, Ella?
Ma'am, for me, life is freedom from suffering.
Okay, wow. Life is a freedom from suffering. So, a life without suffering, okay? I hope truly that your life will be free from any stress. Your life will be full of happiness. So, you almost have the same definitions of life. So, I also would like to share you my very own definition of life. Life without trial is lifeless. Life without problem is meaningless. So whatever problems and trials that we face, it's okay. Accept them because for sure, whatever that you are facing right now will give you so much lessons in life. Okay? So thank you so much, grade 10. I'm very happy that you have joined me in this Google meeting.